Hey everybody, it's Nate Doss. We're here in beautiful Scottsdale, Arizona, and we're gonna take a look inside my bag. We're gonna look at the putters, the mid ranges, the drivers, everything in there, and give you a good idea of what I use and why I choose to use those discs. I'm gonna start out first of all with the bag. It's a Grip Equipment B Series bag. Fantastic bag. I love it. It's perfect for me. I don't carry enough discs to go for the bigger Grip Equipment version. So the B Series is perfect. It's got side pockets, rain cover. It's really just a fantastic bag, and really, honestly, I couldn't get by without it. So, gotta start with the bag. Really love it. We'll start right off as far as the discs are concerned with the putters. Now I putt with the Challenger, and that's the only putter I choose. I throw with it and I putt with it. And in this configuration of my bag, I have two putters. I have a one that I'm putting with. This is a rubber blend Challenger, white Challenger. Discraft came out with these last year in 2016. Really love it. It's got great grip to it, flies really nice, and just overall great putter. The other one I have here is a titanium Challenger. This is one of the early ones that we came out with. It flies fantastic. It's really almost a driver for me. I feel incredibly confident with it off the tee, and throwing up shots, par fours, par fives, any of that stuff. Very great stability in the wind, so I really love it. So those are the two putters. Next, we're going to move into the mid ranges. Now, one thing I want to mention about any of my bag setups, regardless of when it's been, I try to keep everything very simple. I try to have as little molds as possible, and the reason I do that is because I want the decisions to be easy. I don't want to have to be in between one or two different molds. I always know I can go to one or two different discs, and I know how they're going to fly. I know that I'm going to be able to throw them great. So talking about mid-ranges here, I have two different molds here. I have a Wasp. Now, most of you have seen this one before, the Watermelon Wasp. Fantastic disc. More overstable than the Buzz, which is my other mid-range. So I really like it in high wind situations. Obviously, if I have to go more left, it's a great one there. So that's the Wasp. I carry two Buzzes. Now, funny enough, most professional disc golfers' bags, they change throughout the season, and sometimes you grab a disc out of necessity. That's where this Glow Buzz comes from. Somebody had given to me this as a gift, had it just sitting in the car, never thought I was going to need it until I got to Winthrop last year. Needed a little bit more of a stable buzz, so I grabbed it, flew great, and now it's in the bag for sure. So really loving that. That's a Glow Z Buzz. The other one I have here is a Nate Doss Buzz. This one I've had in the bag for quite a while. It's more of my straight, a little bit more straight to kind of turnover. So that's why I got this one. So really, in my mid-ranges, I have stable, straight stable, stable to understable. So that's what I got there, mid-range wise. Let's move into the drivers. Again, simplicity is key here. I've really moved to just basically three molds, and we'll talk about those today. I'm going to start off with one of the discs that I've had in my bag for the longest. This is a ZXL. And a lot of people see me throwing it out there. They're like, what is that thing? That's a ZXL. It's blue. Well, it used to be blue. It's sort of fading now, but this is a great disc. It's a left to right flying disc, so it's an understable flyer, but really I use it as a roller. Great roller disc. I can really throw it really hard. I can throw a cut roller, flip roller. I can almost do anything with it, just depending on where I release it from. So that's the XL. That's the oldest disc in my bag for sure. Let's move to the disc that I have the most of, pretty much, and the one that I'm always talking about, is the Predator. Now, the Predator isn't brand new, is an overstable disc. But what I love about it is that I can have it in many different sort of phases. So we're going to pull out all the Predators here. There's quite a few. Of course, we're down here in Phoenix, so I'm getting ready for a lot of these big hyzer shots down here. But let's start with this one. This is one that you guys out there, if you've seen me throw before in a tournament, you're going to recognize it. This is my most beat up Predator. Very used, had it in the bag for a long time. This one pretty much flies straight, a little bit of turn. So that's kind of fills that in. All these three are different variations of stability, basically. I got the red one. That's pretty much my most stable Nate Doss Pred. That's a really nice one. This one I threw again into the bag out of necessity, playing. I can't remember exactly where this one went in, but I put it in because I just wanted to have an extra overstable one, and that one's really that's what those two are for. This one is brand new for me. It looks just like this one. You can see it's a little bit of a darker color, but I wanted to bring one in. I lost one last year at the Brent Hambrick, and I needed to replace it. So that's what this one's for. We'll see how this one does. I haven't really used it in competition yet, so you know, you always got to throw new discs in the bag every once in a while and give it a shot. So those are my Predators. We're going to move now to the newest disc in my bag, the disc that I think is really a game changer for me, certainly, but I've just heard a lot of people that seem to really like it. That is the Undertaker, the Z Undertaker. Actually, I have two of them in my bag here. And the reason I have two of them is because these are both pretty much exactly the same. And if I throw this one in the water, if I do something stupid out there, make a mistake, which it does happen, I got one for backup. So these are pretty much exactly the same. To explain it, in my opinion, an Undertaker is a beat up Predator. So I kind of have one there, but it's a little bit more stable and it goes much further. I don't know how they did that, but this disc feels fantastic in my hand. I love throwing it, and really, it just has so many uses out there on the course. I can throw it on, stable shots. I can throw it with some angle. I can get it to go pretty far. So that's the Z Undertaker. Really loving that one. Absolutely. We've gone through most of those. Now we're going to talk about, again, probably the most, one of my most used discs is the Z Force. The Force is, again, you can see, wow, I got quite a few of them here. I got 5 of them in the bag, actually. This green one, I've been throwing for years. This is my sidearm Force. I use it for all my sidearm shots. Incredibly stable, very predictable. I like it because I'm not a huge sidearm thrower. I don't have the longest, most power with it, but by using a high-speed, overstable driver, I'm able to actually get some good distance with it. So that leaves me with 4 other ones. Okay, this one is probably the oldest one, but maybe the sidearm one. And these probably came in right around the same time. But this is just the one that I can really throw in any situation. It's stable, understable. It's just the release point. This one goes really a long way. I don't use it that much because in the wind it can be a little bit more unpredictable. That's where all these other ones come in. In fact, this one just came back into my bag. It was just given back to me. I lost it at a Memorial Championship years past. Came back, still flying fantastic. This one I throw with a little bit of hyzer, flip up, goes straight, comes back at the end pretty strong. These two are basically the same. And again, I carry these because for the same reasons that I carry 2 Undertakers or multiple Predators. If one goes in the water, if I lose it, I have one that I can really trust. Right now, the Yellow Lakers Force is the #1 Force in my bag, and I can throw it really as hard as I want. It just really flies fantastic. So that's all the discs in my bag right now. One thing I want to mention to you about choosing discs to put into your bag, these are the discs that I've chosen. Really, I'm sponsored by Discraft. They make a lot of great discs. And you might wonder, well, why don't you throw a Nuke or a Crank or a Heat or some of these other discs? And that's a great question. For me, it's really about simplicity. I trust these discs. The Nuke I threw for a long time. In fact, we have a signature series Nuke, of mine. And so discs just tend to come in and out of your bag. One thing that I want to say, don't force it. Use the discs that you trust. Use the discs that are working well for you. And I think you're going to turn out really in good position. Again, simplicity is the key for my bag, and I think it should be a great key for your bag as well. Something that's kept me out on the tour for a long time. These discs I've had with me for a long time. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Again, my name's Nate Doss, and that was Inside My Bag.